Hello everybody, and welcome back to Electric Mindset. I've wanted to make this video for a while, but I didn't really know the best way to do it, and then in recent events of things that have happened in the YouTube community, I figured I just had to do it, because it's something that really drives my channel. It's something that caused me to start my channel in the first place, and it's something that I have very fortunately recently have been able to get out of. And it's going to be us talking about depression. Now, depression is not something that should ever be taken lightly by anyone. And the thing that always puzzled me was that the people who are really depressed are going to be those people that have become insanely good at hiding the fact when they're out in public that they are extremely depressed. Now, depression hit me, believe it or not, when I was about 10 years old. I battled it for about 14, 15 years. And during that point, there was multiple times when I was suicidal. And a lot of it does come down to loneliness. Or it's really, really hard to explain depression in a simple form. You can have a bunch of people that obviously care about you and a bunch of people that obviously love you, and depression will not give two shits about that whatsoever. It can take you at your happiest moments and make those moments gray. It's like living in a world of just gray color scale where you never get to have a moment of genuine happiness. And it's something that I like to explain as a poison. It gets into your system and it can slowly break you down until you get to your breaking point and you just can't take it anymore. When I was going through the periods of my life where I was dealing with suicidal tendencies, you often hear that it's selfish for someone to do something like that because they are, I'm not going to say betraying, they are hurting all the people that care about them. When you get to that point, it doesn't matter anymore. You know that these people are there. You know that they care. You know that people love you, but you just can't take the pain anymore. I created my channel initially because I was in the depths of suffering in my depression. And I was working on getting out of it, it was sort of an uphill battle. It actually wasn't until just recently I ended up working at a job with a group of fantastic people. I made a lot of friends. I had support every single day. And being in that environment really allowed me to break free of the chains that used to hold me still. But the philosophy of my channel of building a community where no one ever has to feel alone is strongly a symptom of what I was going through at the time. And it's a philosophy I will always have on my channel. When you are part of this channel, or if you are passing by and you come across it, I don't ever want anyone to feel that alone. I always want them to know that they will have a family, even if it's just online, that cares about them, that supports them. In the description of this video, you will find the numbers for the suicide hotline, stuff like that. If you ever have those thoughts, reach out to people. One of the things that really shocked me when I went to this job and I met these people was that once became aware of what my issue was, the never-ending support that poured in from those people around me, that depression constantly made me think didn't or wouldn't or couldn't care, or maybe not understand. Depression has this very funny thing about it. Well, not funny. It has this way of doing things where it makes you feel hopeless and that no one could ever possibly understand what you're going through. Everybody gets depressed for different reasons, whether you've suffered a loss, whether you went through stuff growing up, whether you just feel like it's one thing after the other and it just piles up. It can throw you in there. Some people will have medication that helps them, and that's really great. And it'll allow them to work through it in a way that works for them. I did not take medication for my depression. When I did have it, I grew up on medication, so I kind of have not a hatred, but I have a dislike for medication, and most of the antidepressants they tried to put me on made me sick or made me more depressed. In the discussion section of my channel, you can always reach out to me. You can send me private messages. You can reach out to me in the comments if you're not too worried about it being public. I will always be there to listen and to lend a hand if I can, because I don't take it lightly. I know how hard it can be. I know how close you can come to ending it all. Now, I don't want to bring, it's going to get a lot of attention brought to it anyways. Recently, one of the members of Syndigo has committed suicide. It's something that I think has really shaken the YouTube community. And it's usually the people you don't expect that it to happen to. It's always a hard subject to talk about. The loss of someone's life is always tragic, always painful, and just it really can affect people close to them big time. You've seen that already in the community, especially with Markiplier, which is why I think we've seen his videos stop recently as well. I really want to point out that this is a big reason why I created my channel with the philosophy I have in the first place. I made a commitment to myself a couple of years back that whenever anyone meets me or talks to me or communicates with me, whether I've known them for years or they're a total stranger I'm meeting for the first time, I will never let that person walk away feeling like they're not cared about. I want them to feel like even if it's just by one person, there's one person out there that's going to be thinking about them, and there's one person that they know is happy they're around. Reach out to people more. I know for some people it's really difficult with social anxiety, stuff like that, but when you reach out to someone, whether it's saying hello, acknowledging their existence, you don't know if you're the first person who has talked to that person in 2 weeks. You don't know if that one interaction is what's going to keep them from making a very permanent decision to stuff that is happening in the present. And make yourself available for the people you love and the people you care about so that they know that you're there if you need them. Now, I'm not going to tell you things are going to be all right. I'm not going to tell you things are going to be okay. I'm not going to say I understand your situation, because the truth is everyone's situation's unique, and I can't say that. What I can say is I'm willing to listen. If you ever have anything that you want to talk about, or if you ever have anything that you just want to get off your chest, the Electric Mindset will always be open to you. That is what this community is meant for. We are not the creator and viewers. We are a family here, and I feel it's really, really important every time I put a video out to remind people of that, remind them of it in the discussion section, remind them of it in the about section. You never have to be alone if you don't want to be. Now, depression isn't something that's going to go away in a day or two. It's going to take time. For me to break free from it, it took about 15 years. It has a way of holding you and not letting you go. It has a way of making you push away the people that really do care, and it shifts your perspective of the world around you into something that is constantly gray and horrible. I'm not going to get into what caused my depression because I don't want this video to turn into a sob story. I just want to make anyone who watches these videos, really aware of the impact something like depression can have and how serious of a thing it is, and how important it is to try and fight the urge to push people away and really reach out if you need someone. This community on my channel will always be there to help you. I personally will always be there to help you. If you need me and there is something I can do, I will do my best to be there for you. Don't let yourself run out of options. The fight is very real, but it is a fight that can be won, and you don't have to be alone through it. That's pretty much it. I'm sorry I put off this video for so long, but in light of recent events, I really wanted to get it out there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. I know this video is a bit long, but it's important. See you later, and I'm thinking about you.